8:30, just about to go out the door. Let's see, first snowy egret of the season right now. Can you land and wait for us to come out? What a front.
Are you ready to start the day, T-Rex? Affirmative. Oh, look at that blue sky to the north. That is a new batch of air from Canada. There's a Maine Coon cat from Weymouth. We're out the door here in the Gulf of Weymouth Big Dig. We just had a front go by. When a front passes, we call it FROPA, for frontal passage. Yesterday, got to about 80. This morning, it's down to 60. It was close to 65 at midnight, and there's an incredible gradient. So we can look at the northern edge of this cloud from east of Hull to north of Boston to north of Providence, Rhode Island. This is what it looks like from the ground. Here's what it looks like from the sky. Not that impressive, is it? It's the same front that's been crossing the country for days, wreaking havoc with severe weather, but it got sheared apart. That's why it's not too dynamic over New England, at least with rain and thunder. The radar did show a few raindrops trying to come out of the cloud. If I walk to the edge, challenge the wind, there's some virga in the sky, waves over our house this morning. Getting the loam up to the knotweed. What are we going to do about the knotweed? I don't know. Let's just do the weather. How about a time lapse? When this front came in this morning, it was clear. At about 5 o'clock, the birds were singing. We slept with the windows open. Things were quiet. And then the truck showed up at 7 o'clock, and about that time, boom, the front came in here. And all of a sudden, the wind was gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour. Significant air mass change without any significant precipitation in New England. T-Rex, he loves this mat. Yeah, the grass is trying to come up. We mowed yesterday, mowed the lawns, that lawn over there and this lawn over here. I mean, I know it's in a rehab state, but it's looking pretty green, huh? We could use some more rain, starting to get dusty. Yesterday, down by the Four River construction zone, look at that dust from yesterday as the truck went by. Very low tide. We just passed the new moon. Incredibly low tide. Good for working on a revetment or sea project. Very high tide comes in at midday. And what's the weather going to do? Well, it's gotten colder, but it's colder up in the sky. Mount Washington yesterday was 54 degrees. This morning, 24 degrees. Yeah, it's a change in air mass. The wind gusted to 103 miles per hour on top of Mount Washington. That's impressive. Where ski season goes on at Mount Washington for what, another 6 weeks? Hiking, climbing, getting Tuckerman Ravine and all kinds of other lines. What is it? What is it, Steve? What do you see? There you go. We're in pursuit of leaves blowing around. It's fun to chase blowing leaves. The wind is going to relax a little bit. The surface map this morning, it's a 988 low pressure system that drove to our north, and the front got stretched out, and behind it there's a 1029 or so high pressure system. So it's the wind moving from that high to the low, and it doesn't go in a straight line because the earth is curved and spinning. So does the air, curves and spins clockwise around high pressure, counterclockwise around low pressure. Oh, you just missed it. A bird. Oh, did you see that? Did you see Steve? Yeah, you did, I think. Well, I can edit it, so you did see Steve. But this dove just flew like 3 feet over his head, and he tried to jump and grab it, and the dove landed right there. Toying with Steve, are you? That's fun. And T-Rex, I don't know what you're eating. I don't think I like it. T-Rex is finding stuff to eat. You're not a cow. Come on. So what's going on next? Oh, yes, that high pressure comes right over us tonight. The air goes calm. Nice view of the crescent moon. And I tried to get the crescent moon last night. Clouds were coming in at the same time, but got a little bit of it there last evening. As it gets a little bigger or more lit up each night, yes, I need a new flag. I'll be getting a new flag. Go through about one every 45 days. Nice cloud, huh? So the front goes by as a cold front, then it comes back as a warm front. And that's what's going to happen tomorrow. There's going to be a warm front coming at us. Things are moving very fast. The severe weather outbreak that's gone on for days and days relaxes a little bit. Look how close it came to our doorstep yesterday. All that blue on there, those are all reports of wind gusts past 55 miles an hour. The black squares are hail. Matthew Capici found some 5-inch diameter, they like to call it DVD-sized hail. I can't remember where you were, Matthew. Was that Oklahoma? And look at the joy in his face. I don't. To me, that is just frightening to have that kind of stuff falling from the sky. But as a meteorologist, you love the extremes. Good morning, Gull. We break for birds. So there's been a perpetual trough in the southwestern United States, ejecting warm and humid air from the Pacific, and then it gets to hot air over Mexico. And at the same time, there's been a ridge in western Canada delivering these cold shots down to the north side of these fronts. So you get so warm, so cold, and one after another front. And you get a day or two off, and then they reload. So the reload process has begun, and you can see with the map of this afternoon how much energy there is now still resetting. And there's so much action. In New England, the fronts look like they want to mostly weaken when they get here. And then there's always a Saturday thing. So let's get to the GFS now. We're 6 minutes and 50 seconds in here. We came for some weather. And here's the GFS. Showing the low pressure system to our north taking off. High pressure system comes right over us. Chance for some slight frost. We go from unstable, colder in the sky, warmer near the ground today to an inversion tomorrow morning. So it's colder down near the ground than up in the sky. And then we're going to have warm air advecting from the southwest at all levels of the atmosphere, generating some showers or a thunderstorm pretty close to us late tomorrow. And then the front is right over us on Friday. So can we just get that front to keep on moving so we can have a nice Saturday? That would be nice, wouldn't it? But it just can't do that. So instead, the front stalls and we have low pressure, wave of low pressure developing coming out of Pennsylvania, moving right across New England. This has been the signal for some time. Now, to the south of those big clusters of yellow, there may be some sunshine with temperatures in the 70s in parts of southern New England, maybe not a washout. And then in northern New England, temperature falls into the 50s and 40s as that front means business here on Saturday with some heavy rain, but not everyone gets it. It's hit or miss. We'll try and get more focused on that tomorrow if we can. And then on Saturday night, here comes the cold air advection again. This will be about the third, fourth Saturday night in a row. And the cold air comes in and rain, green, tries to mix with snow there in the state of Maine, especially northern and eastern Maine on Sunday. So it's cooler and much less humid on Sunday with any instability sprinkles staying north and east, it looks like. And then here comes another front from the west. High pressure is going to get off to our south here on Monday, so it'll be probably a chilly start Monday, and this is the pattern we've been having here. You give it on the backside of that high, and you get some showers coming into New England with much warmer air coming in on Tuesday. But watch what's happening in central and eastern Canada. There's another high with a boundary coming at us next Wednesday, and that would be called a backdoor cold front when the very low-level, dense cold air comes down in eastern Canada and pushes towards the south, and all of a sudden the wind is from the northeast here next Thursday and into Friday again. Here comes a Thursday-Friday situation. And next Friday, look at that, 540. Oh, my goodness, the storm's backing in here Thursday into Friday. And we stop it at 240 hours. Yes, that was a mixture of rain and snow near the coast of Maine next Thursday night. And Friday is May 9th. Does everyone know what May 9th means? Where were you on May 9th, 1977? I've talked about that so much, but that's so funny. And 240 hours, the 540 line, cold enough for snow, theoretically, is over Nantucket. And the 564 line is up toward the Arctic Circle in Canada. That is a high amplitude wave. I had a dream last night that there was a wave about to crash down on my head. And then I woke up and look at these maps and look at that wave. Oh my goodness. I'm going to show you that wave in the 500 millibar anomaly chart. This says how high the 500 millibar level is in relation to climatological average over Canada. That's all the red. And how low the 500 millibar level is in comparison to climatological average to the southeast of Nantucket. That purple to white is almost off the scale. High amplitude flow of warmth in Canada and cold between Nantucket and Bermuda. That is going to be a moving target, but we're going to be watching it. Everything's a moving target. A week ago, we were talking about Arctic air north of us for tomorrow, or the next, what's today, Wednesday, for Friday. So things always change in the forecast. The forecast's always changing. That's what makes it exciting. Look at that heavy cloud doing nothing for our garden. All right, I think that's the end of the weather part. Plenty of excitement. Probably not enough rain, so had to water yesterday. And there's the grass clipping, and I call that worm chow. So things are coming along nicely, maybe not my seeds so much. So the end more is going to feature a little bit of us walking around, appreciating the workers here, doing their best on the Gulf of Weymouth Big Dig, where the sun is coming out, and we will need sunscreen this afternoon. Tide is coming in. And then we made our way around town. We went over the bridge into Hingham and over the back river, and then followed the back river, which incidentally comes in from the ocean, right over there through the Hull Gut, right? See that ferry? That ferry is coming between Hull and Weymouth, and it's going to go in right over there and on the other side of that second island there. And no, between that island, I'm in trouble because I can't remember the name of the island, and Weymouth right here. So that's looking over toward Hingham. And the back river goes up, and that's where the herring run up to Whitmans Pond. So yes, we're going to chase the herring up to Whitmans Pond, where the geese and the swan were having some pretty interesting interaction, and everything I show might not be in temporal order. I might show some things that happened after my sign out when that swan chased the geese. That was really funny. And I saw a cormorant catch a herring. And here's the and more from yesterday. There it is. 80 degrees on the north side of the house. Very windy from the southwest. Got standing room only at the food buffet. Yeah, we just went for a walk in 80-degree air. All of a sudden, everyone appeared for lunch at the same time. Funny. Yeah, it's blowing from the west-southwest. It's the warm weather direction. Lots of hornets and bees and flies. Is this what was splatting on the windshield yesterday? I don't know. I like them all. I'm getting loam down below there. Flowers up on the hill. So beautiful. Getting used to the fact that ski season is over already. Well, ski season's not over. I mean, they're still spinning lifts. Jay and Killington. I may end up skiing again. May. Check out what's going on around the corner down there. Can't tell you how much more windy it is on this bluff since the trees were cut down. That tree and that tree and that tree and that tree. And these trees. All the trees. Oh, almost 3 o'clock. Alright. Don't see the grass growing yet. Bummer. Think about the wind. Someone's saying hello, you can't understand what they're saying. So, Whitman's gone around the corner now. Capture jam here. Not sure how far it's going to go. Just over to there, huh? There's a knotweed coming through the matting. I'd say one of the reasons that our tulips and peas and lettuce are not getting eaten by rabbits is because a lot of their places they lived have been eradicated. I think I hear a peevish cardinal. So we're up higher in elevation here. But the wind is blocked by the trees. A lot of pretty trees. And note, the habitat is still flush for places like rabbits to live. Skunks, turkeys, birds, but not so much down below the homes anymore. All this used to be flush with underbrush and scrub trees and pussy willows and nooks and crannies and caves, nests, plenty of places for the rabbits to run and hide and live, along with the coyotes. I mean, there was a balance. But now, not so much. So maybe that's one of the reasons that my pea plants have not been eaten yet. Last year they were eaten right away. Right there's a pea and some dill right next to each other. And even though this one's past us and living, there's some birds nesting in there, and I'm gonna see if I can't turn it into a trellis for the peas to grow up. And then this will be going into the fire. This one maybe will live here. We don't know. Things change. 4 p.m. looking across 3A at the Vietnam War Memorial, Agent Orange Memorial here in Weymouth on this summer-like afternoon. Low 80s. Beautiful. In a snowstorm 48 hours ago, feeling like summer right now. The herring must be running. No matter where I go, I get photobombed. That's AC/DC. I don't really think they have a home for you. Maybe a herring. Pretty Beale Street. Pretty bumpy. I can already tell by the look, well, you can't see them, by the sound of the birds, that the herring are running. So we're here at the East Weymouth T-stop. Yeah, mind that edge, Rex, you just stay right there. So Doug is taking us out in the boat at high tide up there, way up the back river. So this splits up between Hingham and Weymouth and rejoins into Weymouth right here. And that goes right up under the bridge, right up around the corner, up to Jackson Square, and eventually Whitman's Pond. Is this it? I've never been here before. The herring running up in this really dirty water. No, this water's headed out. Does this go up and down with the tide? Well, what's that bridge over there? We gotta go check that out, T-Rex. Let's say the herring are here. I came in from the north to Jackson Square. I haven't done that before. And we've got Dougie hanging out next to the tree. Haven't seen Doug in a while.
What's up, Timmy?
He knows my voice. What do you got?
I came from New Bedford. I just went to the motel. I'm watching the herring.
Where are the herring?
There's a school here and a school up the bridge.
I don't know if I'm allowed to go over this bridge. What do you think?
And if you go to the mill is,
Let us in. So there are the gulls. There's the action down there. And yeah, so they just went up toward Jackson Square. So yeah, they're going upriver to Whitman's Pond.
oh yeah, here we go.
Man, let me on that bridge. What do they come in, like batches or something? And it looks like they're here. Definitely not as many as I thought. Big run probably was last week when we were away. And yes, there they are, the herring. Like I said last week, they were so thick that I couldn't grab them. Not quite that today, but it's so quiet around here, isn't it? We were just down there, a few hundred yards. And then there's another fish ladder a mile up. We'll look at that in a minute. Got a lot of angels in the world. Thanks for watching. Pretty fun, huh? I think we're probably a week in. I've been skiing. I just got back. Hi. Hi.
He's scared.
T-Rex is watching us from the car.
Yeah, your dog, that dog was sweet. He just barked, you know.
Oh boy, they work hard to get where they're going. T-Rex is probably a tiny bit jealous right this second. I'm not dating another dog, Rex. Just looking. T-Rex, you a little jelly? I'll take you out the next stop. I was kidding, I'm not letting you out here. Too dangerous. Dangerous job. Then the fish gotta go up this ladder, or they could go up those falls. I don't think so. They're probably wondering what to do down there. They come around and they find this ladder. We're all just sitting right here, but then they saw me coming and flew away. What? Wow. Something big just dove under the water right there. It was a cormorant swimming, and it'll pop up right there. Just popped up over there. Nope, that's the one that popped up. They can swim as good or better than they can fly, it seems. Shall we go the next mile up to Whitmans, to where they go to spawn? Our life cycle. Hakuna Matata. And here is the spawning destination underneath this pretty cherry tree at Whitmans Pond, where it is windy Whitmans. Geese are pointed into the wind. All right, we've got a cormorant eating a herring right there. There it goes. That cormorant has been underwater for minutes, as far as I can tell. And he's gone. How long can a cormorant hold its breath? Oh, something jumped right there. T-Rex, look at that swan go. What is his hurry? Or hers? I think there might be some geese close to the nest. This swan has taken issue with some geese. These two geese were just standing at the bank right there, and that swan came barreling out of nowhere to eradicate. Is there a swan nest right there? That swan that was way over there saw these two right over here and beelined over to move them out. What was that all about? It was going like 10 miles an hour in the water. Now it's going away 10 miles an hour. So I'm not sure where the herring come in. Probably way down that end, I would guess, because that's where we just came from. And this goose is definitely coming over here to see if I've got treats. Rex, he's just like you. Another quiet neighborhood. T-Rex, he's just like you, looking for treats. This one over here thinks I have a cracker or something. You gonna come right up on the land, pick my pocket? Come on up. One one leg at a time. Can you stand on one leg for 60 seconds so I can show the time lapse of Weymouth and Cape Cod? Ready, go. Weymouth. Wind, wind. Tide comes in, sediment goes out. Dougie says the striped bass don't like that sediment, so it's not that good a fishing spot currently. There's about right now. Got into the lower 80s today, I believe, overachiever. And then the sun set into the cirrus with the thunderstorm still well off to our west. All right, he's still on one leg. But we have a different kind of bird over here. My first osprey sighting of the season. I know they've been around. All right, how you doing? Oh, you got your partner over here? I demand a cracker. I give, getting off my leg. And now at Cape Cod, overlooking Bass River, where indeed we have bass. And it used to be a major herring run before the Thatchers built the bogs way up there in Yarmouth Port. But we're trying to get the herring back in Bass River also. Sun very high in the sky. And we've lost our geese. They've given up on me. Got the osprey over there, almost ready to make a dive. I was hoping he could make a dive for a spectacular conclusion of and more for a Wednesday, April 30. Settle for pretty trees. Sunshine. Thanks for watching. Can you hear me now? See you in 24 hours.